This is not really my trading strategy, but I see it time and time again. I will get a signal to go for a buy signal, for example, here, and then it will touch the 200-day moving average, and then it will reverse and it will give a sell signal, or it will sell off. So if it rejects, if this area here is rejected as it's rejected now, you see how it's rejected this area. If it rejects this area and I've got a buy signal, I can take a sell. I know it sounds a bit, why have you got a buy signal and you're selling it, then your signals are rubbish? No, that's not true. I'm going to take a sell right now. Let's see. It's not exactly how I want it, but actually it's not actually what I wanted. I wanted a hammer. I wanted this to come right down. I wanted it to come right down here. This is not exactly how I wanted it. I needed another confirmation, maybe this. Yeah, it's not what I want. It's not what I want. It didn't go exactly how I wanted it. It's rejected it, but it's still above the 9-day moving average, if you can see that. It's still above this 9-day moving average, and the close of this candle here should have been down here. This candle should have looked more like this one, or an upside down version of, yeah, this one. This one's fine. It can still do what it's still probably going to reject and come all the way down, but we didn't take that. It's not really my signal. It's not a signal for me, but I've seen it time and time again. So it probably is going to work, but I can't tell you that. Well, it is working, to be quite honest. Look at it. It is working. 33% spent on the candle. We still can go for it. What is that? That's 20 points. I prefer for a better signal here. I prefer for this to close. But sometimes with these candles, they take all the money with the candle. But I still would prefer for a close below the 9. So I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to believe I've missed out. Let's just see what happens. Anyway, let's just get a nice view of this candle here. So it's still rejecting the 9-day moving average. You can see that. So for me to be a bit more confident in this trade, I would need for this price to fall below and close below this area here, or below this 9-day moving average. I need that. Otherwise, we're just going to be in no man's land. And the reason why I'm not going to take a buy is because it didn't break through the 200 moving day average. So if it's so close to the moving day average here and it didn't break through, that to me just, it spells a bit of it may not work. I need a proper confirmation for a buy signal. It needs to be above, or at least break through this 200-day moving average. And for me to do a sell here, I need it to break through the 9-day moving average. So we've got 70% spent on the candle. Let's see if it does. If it closes below here, we've got an about 18 point stop loss, and we can target 24 points or even 30 points or even 35 points, depending on how the motion of the trade goes. 80% spent on the candle. I just don't want it to take too much in that candle. I want it to pip out of it, but I do not want it to take all of the profit. It does that sometimes. It takes all the profit in the one candle. And if it does that, I'm not going to take the trade. This is not my type of trade. Like I said, I've seen it many times, but I don't trade it. So I'm just looking at it now. Do you see what happened right there? It's rejected the 9-day, and the signal, the buy signal, which we had, is probably going to work. But it's not significant enough yet for me to take a trade, a buy trade, and it's not significant at all to take a sell trade. That's 99% spent on the candle. There's nothing there for us. So we'll wait for the next signal. If we get a signal, if it breaks over this 200-day, we'll go in. If we get a signal, and if it breaks down, we might go in. I'm not sure now, because it should have done that almost immediately. It should have, it's almost like a rush. It rushes traders. Before they know what's happened, they're rushed into it, but it didn't happen, so it might not be happening. Let's see, while this candle's trying to form, let's see if I can show you any example of what they do. Okay, here's an example right here. If you look at this trade here, this one here, if you look at this trade, it's almost, no, it's not actually, it's not it, because if it was it, it will be below the 200-day moving average, and then it would go up. But no, that's not good. That's not it. So no, that's, oh, this one, no, this one is it. Yeah, no, that's not actually it. That one there would have that would have been exactly what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for now. This is what we're looking for now. We're looking for a strong uptrend and for a signal to pass through the 200 moving day average. That's what we're looking for. But in this case, it didn't. It reversed on us. But that's what we'll be looking for now if we wanted to take a buy. Um, yeah, look, it's just and ahhing at the moment. Okay, this one here, just here, it shows us a buy signal, right? Well, let's look at the first buy signal. We see a buy signal here, and it reverses on us. It doesn't give us the buy, then it goes up a bit. So this is no man's land. See, this area is no man's land because it's not doing anything. It's not going below and it's not going above. Then you've got another buy signal. It doesn't go high, and then it reverses on you. And then it reverses very heavily. It gives you a signal, and then you can follow it down. That just happened recently, so for it to happen again, I don't know. Most of the time they don't like doing that. They don't like playing the same move twice. So if you saw a move just recently, you think it's going to happen again. It rarely does. So looking at it, it's probably will break through. We'll probably get a buy signal, or this is the buy signal. But I will not take that buy signal. It has to pass through here and give me a signal. It's got to pass this line and give a signal. Otherwise, I'm not taking a buy, because it can reverse on you and it's not a proper signal. It's not a full signal. It's a half signal. So we'll just keep an eye on it and see what happens. At the moment, it's not doing much. Right, we're getting somewhere. It's forming a buy signal, but it has not closed. So let's wait for the close. 68% spent. Let's see if it gives us a buy signal or it's changing at the moment. We need confirmation with a closed candle. So you see what I'm trying to say by when I say that they don't like doing things twice. Sometimes they just don't like doing it. They might do it once or twice, but they won't do it 3 times. It's almost like they know you're watching, and if you see a pattern, you will go for it. Because if I showed you this on a different candle, on a different chart, I would show you a different. It just looks different on a different chart, but I just need to just concentrate on this bit here, just to get this done. 85% spent. 90%. To be quite honest, we can go. No, I'm not going to go into it until it's ready. Volume. It's not really suggesting anything to me. 96%. 97%. It looks good. Let's get this thing going. Right, we're in. 2.8. I think it. Yeah, it took me at 2.8. Oh, no, it took me at 3.8, which is a bugger. But let's see what we can get with it. So 14 points is 28. So first TP is around this area here, which is 70.85. 70.85 around here. Hard stop. We put a hard stop down here, but our actual stop is here. This is where we want to come out, around this area. We really don't want to see price go beyond this area. We don't want price to go beyond here. If it goes beyond here, we we're looking at it. It's a bit wary. So we just need that to jump up to this area, the first TP, and then we'll consider what we're going to do. If it drops and goes beyond here, we're coming out. We're coming out. So let's just see what happens. The way it rushed up, I didn't really like it though. At the end of that candle, did you see what happened? It was here, it was down here, and then it rushed up about 5-6 points. Closed. Flat. Look at that. Zero spike. Look at that. Have you ever seen a candle like that? With no wick at all. There's no wicks. Look at that candle. There's no wick at the top. You rarely see candles like that. And I can't tell you whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I rarely see them. There's not enough data for me to tell you whether that's good or bad. But we've got a full signal, and that's that. That's what we're looking for. We've got the full signal. So let's just work with a full signal. The only problem we've got is just moved 45 points already. That's the only problem we've got. But other than that, if we look at it again, there was a bit of consolidation around this area here, which is a good thing. Spiked up a bit, consolidated a bit more, which is a good thing. Then it spiked up a bit, and we're in the game now. And this is the right side. We're on the right side of the 200 moving day average. So if we quickly look at the hourly chart, we can see a stop where it is going for. There is a possible stop what the market is going for which is this one here. It's a nice stop here, which is above where we want to get in, about 25 points from where we are, and there's enough room for us to take that and be comfortable to take our profit, and it's still to go where it's going. So there is a stop where it can hunt. We have to kind of find out we have to kind of have a story to where we believe the money wants to go. So I believe the money wants to go here and then come back down possibly. That's looking at the 1 hour chart. So if I get another line, change the color so we know what we're dealing with, or not the color, let's change the line type so we can see it. Go back to the 5-minute chart. That's where we're looking at. So this area here is the stop where they might be hunting, and we want to come out before that stop, or we want to take some of the profit out, take some of that lot out of the market. We can leave some in if we want, because it might be reversing the trend. But me personally, I think it's probably still going to go down after this. It might take this stop and then come back down. I don't know. I really don't care what it does after. If we can get what we're after something, and if we can get it, then that's fair. And they're talking. Just make sure I'm in this trade. I've got this thingy. Right, it's very close to where we want it already. Let's pull him back though. Just monitor it. That's, oh, do you see that? That drops real bad. Before I can even pull that trigger, it just dropped. It might come again. It should blast through there, to be quite honest. It should blast through there. Take that stop over there, which I was talking about. It should do it. But you never know with these things. There you go. That's it. That's enough for us. Brilliant. See how it blasted through? It's showing strength, and it's going to go for this stop, but we're out. We don't care. We've taken what we needed. That's all we need. We don't have to be in the game for too long, and you don't need to take 1,000 pips. You just don't need it. You don't need it. We're in, we come out, we can fight another day. We can fight another day. We've done it. We've got what we needed. We anticipated what we anticipated. We waited. We waited because let me show you. Remember what we were talking about here. Remember I said this is a buy signal, but because it's below the 200, I'm not going to take it because I've seen it. It's rejected the 200, and then it's going to form something and then go down. But remember, we waited for confirmation, and then it rejected the 9-day moving average. When it rejected that, it gave us a signal here. This is a very good signal. It passed the 200-day moving average. Once it passed the 200-day moving average, we set our stop loss down, all the way down there below the low. However, our actual stop loss was just below here. So we've taken it, and that's it. That's all we need. That was maybe a 1-to-1, just under a 1-to-1. But that's all we need. I told you beforehand that yes, people do this ratios. I understand it. I understand how people do they operate. If you want to do a 2-to-1 or a 1-to-1, look, it's done it. It's taken a stop. It's taken these boys out. These boys here, they've been taken out. Look, they've been taken out. Do you see it? This is what they were after. Now, from when they've got that, they can go back down they can go back down. Let's look at it on the one hour. See, on the 1 hour, it's gone rocketed up. But on the 1 hour, it is nowhere near the 200-day moving average. It's nowhere near it. So it's not fully in the buyer's mode. But it is on a 5-minute chart. It's just broken it. So it can do what it wants now. I don't know. It can come down. It can go up. We don't care. We're out of the market. We're out. We've got a profit. And that's it. Now, what I want to show you on a clean chart. Let me get a clean chart. And I want to show you what I was talking about earlier. Okay, let's just remove everything from the chart. Set the 200. Should we leave the 200? Yes, we'll leave the 200. Take the shifts off. Right. On this chart here, I said it happened a few times. Here's a peak here, right? And then it breaks, it goes down. Actually, let's leave it as it is, yeah. It peaks and then it goes down, right? People selling, they see that and they put a sell in, put their stop here, put a sell in, and it goes down, right? Now, on this area here, the same thing happened. It peaks and then it goes down. They put their stop here and it sells down. But it didn't work for them there. But this one here, people were expecting this scenario. They were expecting this scenario here to happen here. They were expecting this scenario, which worked. Prices were driven down, to happen again here. Put this back in the middle here. Hold on. Put this back in the middle so you can see it. Zoom in. So this scenario here, supposed to happen here, right? So it peaked, it went down a bit. This was their signal here. This red candle here was their signal to do what they just done earlier. Or if they missed that, they believe they've had a chance to do it again. They would have went in on this candle. Either put their stop loss here or just about 10 pips above. And that is why, remember, to see how solid this upsurge was. Look at it. Where did all that money come from? What's that surge? Have you ever seen a candle with no wicks on it like this? It happens, don't get me wrong, but that is a blast. That is full control, really, isn't it? That's full control. There's no sellers there. Blasted through, blasted through, blasted through. We took our money and it's still blasting. How far did it blast? Let's look at our candle. Where is it gone now? We've lost it. Where is it gone? Can't find it. We had everything written on it, didn't we? Oh, here it is. Sorry, it was under the 1 hour chart. Yeah, so it blasted through where we believed that it would blast through. It's gone through there, and our first profit where we wanted it went right. It crashed right through that. It didn't. It just, we could have stayed in a bit more and got double what we actually got. We could have done that. We knew where it was going for. I would never say we should have stayed in, because you can't tell the future. We done what we done. We're happy with what it was, and that's that. But now look, how is it all of a sudden coming down? Can't you see this game's really strange? The game is really strange. Are you trying to tell me that with all that buying power, look, there's 0 wicks. Look, I don't understand. I don't know if you understand what. There's 0 wicks. This very rare I see that. I don't rarely see a triangular candlestick just like that. Blasted through, and it literally blasted through again. Look how massive this candle is. And then all of a sudden, they're all gone. How can it have all that buying power and then all of a sudden they're gone and the sellers have just returned? No, that just sounds a bit fishy to me. It sounds like they were after these boys. They were after these boys here. That's what they were after. They've got that. They've got them. And now they don't care. Now they're selling back off. Now it's going to be a seller's market. It's going back out. It's going back out. And all the people who have put their stop down here in this area here, all the people's stops that are here, there's stops here, there's money here, there's money here, there's money here, there's money here. There was money here, but we've gone. But you see, that's a weird place to put a stop. Do you see it? It's not really a regular place, is it? It's not a regular place. There's not much money here. But in these other places, there's money. They're going to be looking for it. They're coming for it. Here, here, and here. This is the game. It happens day in, day out. Day in, day out. How are you going to tell me they had all of that upsurge of buying power? Massive upsurge. And then all of a sudden, all the buyers went to lunch. Or what? What are they trying to tell you? What happened? Where did all those buyers go? How did they lose control? Because they come out. They've done it on purpose. They've done it on purpose to get this here. Because it's blatantly, I don't even need x-ray glasses to know that there's millions of dollars in this area here. And they've taken it. They've taken it. It can go up, it can go down. It doesn't matter. I don't know what they're doing right now. I don't know what they're doing. They've done what they had to do. The plan has worked. Okay, so I hope you understood that and you saw what we done and how we were patient to take the trade. We had an inclining, but not an indication to go short. Right here, we had an inclining, but not an indication to go short, but we did not take it. We waited until real confirmation. As soon as we got the real confirmation with this solid signal, right? As soon as we got this solid signal, we went in, and as soon as we got it, it shifted. And we came out before a point where we knew it was going, the price should go to. We came out before that, just in case. And that's it. That's how trading should be. That's how it is. That's textbook trading. Okay, until next time.